get to this report from Mexico, where a sinkhole, which appeared in late May on a farm in central Mexico, has already grown larger than a football field.
The mystery of Mel's Hole has just taken a terrifying turn. After decades of speculation about the bottomless pit in Washington rumored to defy logic,
in its aftermath, a giant sinkhole tears apart an entire intersection in a downtown residential zone. It leaves a gaping hole 65 feet across and 100 feet deep.
New classified drone footage has been leaked, and the findings are worse than anyone imagined. Scientists reportedly evacuated the area after the drone's descent revealed something deeply disturbing. What lies at the bottom of this infamous hole? A portal to another dimension? Government experiments gone wrong? Let's dive into the chilling truth behind this decades-old enigma. Drone investigation and evacuation. The recent drone investigation into Mel's Hole has caused a stir among locals who have followed this mystery for decades. When official drone footage was finally released, the astonishing images led to a swift and dramatic evacuation of the entire region. Rumors soon spread that something terrifying was caught on camera, prompting government agents and scientists to arrive in unmarked trucks. Although the specifics remain classified, eyewitness accounts hint at a giant void that seemed to bend both light and sound. Officials quickly warned people to leave their homes, explaining that the drone had detected unstable ground and unknown environmental hazards. Locals were unsettled by the sudden presence of men in military gear blocking roads and setting up barriers around the suspected site. Several residents reported hearing strange humming noises at night, fueling theories of a deeper conspiracy or alien activity. One individual claimed that even power lines seemed to flicker when the drone was near the area. The abrupt evacuation left residents feeling uneasy, with just a few hours' notice to gather belongings and seek shelter off-site. Meanwhile, experts speculate that the drone footage might have revealed tangible evidence of a bottomless chasm or a hidden entrance to something far more shocking. The public remains trapped in a cycle of speculation, as authorities refuse to release further data. Despite the claim of safety concerns, many believe the cause of the evacuation is the hold Mel's Hole has on anyone who dares to look deeper.
Rescuers near Tokyo are in a race against time to save a man trapped in a truck in a sinkhole for more than 3 days.
Origins of Mel's Hole. Mel's Hole is a truly puzzling pit said to be located near Manastash, Washington. The earliest known record of this hole appeared in 1997, when a man named Mel Waters contacted the late-night radio show Coast to Coast AM. During his call, he described a hole on his property that seemed bottomless. According to Mel, local residents had thrown all sorts of waste into it for years, yet the pit never filled up. It had a strange stone wall extending about 15 feet below ground level, beyond which the darkness continued. Even more compelling was how items dropped into the hole made no sound, as if swallowed by emptiness. People around Mel's land grew curious and fearful at the same time. Hunters mentioned seeing the hole for decades, and some reported animals acting strangely near its rim. Pets refused to approach it, and one man claimed his dead dog, tossed into the pit, later appeared alive. These odd stories raised questions about what could lie below the surface. Could it be a natural anomaly, a gateway to another realm, or a government secret? As rumors swirled, public interest in Mel's Hole soared, prompting more interviews and investigations. While official proof remains elusive, the legend remains alive thanks to first-hand tales and theories that persist to this day. Most notable is the idea that this pit may harbor mysteries beyond any known science. To this day, no one knows if the hole is myth or reality. Government involvement and cover-up. The alleged government involvement with Mel's Hole has created countless theories about hidden agendas and secret experiments. After Mel spoke publicly about the pit, men dressed like officials reportedly blocked him from his own property, claiming a plane crash had occurred. When Mel threatened to involve the media, these men offered him a lucrative lease deal that forced him to relocate overseas. Meanwhile, local witnesses recounted sightings of unmarked trucks and heavy equipment near the area. Some claimed they saw black beams of anti-light rising from the hole, while others reported hush-hush road closures. Satellite images were suspiciously blurred, fueling rumors of a massive cover-up. Over time, attention shifted to rumored government bases, advanced technology, and even alien contact. According to Mel, large shipments of fiber optic gear and instruments from top research labs secretly entered warehouses in Ellensburg. Many think these supplies were used to study the depth, properties, or potential energy of the pit. Believers also point to the abrupt disappearance of any official record showing Mel owned the land. Critics argue the story lacks proof and question why such a powerful force would allow any details to leak. Yet the sudden wealth Mel received, along with threats, vanishings, and missing public records, only fueled people's belief in a deeper conspiracy. To this day, the government's shadowy role remains one of the most hotly debated aspects of this strange and enduring mystery. Some believe new research or leaked files may someday reveal truths. Strange phenomena around the hole. Many curious events have been reported around Mel's Hole, leaving people excited and uneasy.
The source of a massive sinkhole in Chile, look at that thing, has town leaders stumped. The crater is 25 feet wide and more than 650 feet deep in an area 400 miles north of Santiago.
For one, objects thrown into the pit seem to vanish forever, never making a splash or echo. Animals, even the bravest dogs, will not go near it. Some visitors claim they feel dizzy, as if the hole itself bends their sense of balance. Others say they see a strange beam of darkness, sometimes called anti-light, shining up from the depths. Radios placed near the pit occasionally tune into old, long-defunct stations. Some have reported hearing quiet whispers that seem to rise from underground. Even more bizarre is the phenomenon of burning ice, which remains solid yet produces intense heat when removed from the pit. This strange material has caused structures to decay, and it never seems to run out of energy. Another terrifying event involved lowering a sheep into the hole, only to discover a bizarre creature emerging from its body. Witnesses claim it looked like a tiny seal with human-like eyes and communicated by silent gestures. The presence of government agents blocking access and erasing property records has only added to the rumors of conspiracies. The hole seemingly defies normal rules of physics, and plenty of evidence suggests it may have healing properties as well. All of these peculiar signs point to a mystery beneath the land, one that continues to draw believers and skeptics alike. Whether it is a gateway to another dimension or merely an unexplained oddity, Mel's Hole remains an enduring enigma. Paranormal and potential extraterrestrial theories. Paranormal and potential extraterrestrial theories play a large role in the ongoing mystery of Mel's Hole. Many people believe this pit is not just a natural oddity, but rather a doorway to realms we cannot see or understand. Some claim the strange, anti-light beam that rises from the hole could be a signal to worlds beyond Earth. Others link the eerie silence around the pit to hidden technologies or interdimensional gateways, suggesting that the hole might act like a bridge between our reality and another. Stories of animals refusing to go near it fuel the idea that unusual energies may be involved. A few witnesses even reported radios picking up dead stations and bizarre sounds, implying possible interference from unknown forces. The strangest part for many is the creature that emerged from a dead sheep in the Nevada hole.
Video of strangers helping to rescue a bighorn sheep stuck in mud at Lake Mead has gone viral. Kelly Goshorn was boating with her husband when they saw the animal.
With its seal-like body and human-like eyes, it left people asking if such a being could come from an alien world or a parallel dimension. Further raising eyebrows is the government's alleged involvement, sparking rumors that officials might be studying advanced or alien technologies hidden beneath the Earth. Reports of secret equipment deliveries and blacked-out satellite images give rise to questions. Are we dealing with something so big that only top authorities are allowed to know? Could we be facing a cover-up of otherworldly discoveries? Whether these theories are true or simply the result of imaginative minds, the legend of Mel's Hole grows ever more fascinating with each new claim. Burning ice and dangerous substances. The discovery of burning ice in the Nevada hole startled researchers and locals alike. Unlike normal ice, this strange substance did not melt under heat. Instead, it caught fire and kept burning for months on end. A man once placed some of this ice in his wood stove, intending to heat his cabin. Amazingly, it provided strong warmth without turning into water. but the side effects were alarming. He felt a growing thirst, while the air inside his home became drier each day. Even placing a kettle of water on the stove did nothing, as the steam seemed to get absorbed by the burning ice. Over time, the wood stove began to sink into the ground, eventually pulling the entire cabin down with it. All that was left was a glassy hole, as if the floor had been melted away. Government agents soon arrived to haul off the stove using complicated gear. This event sparked fears about how lethal or unstable burning ice might be.
Doesn't seem possible, but today we're going to be burning ice. Sid Sarah from the Imagination Station is here. She's going to show us this isn't magic.
Not magic.
It's science.
Some people suggest it could rival nuclear weapons in its destructive power if misused. Others see it as a new form of renewable energy, provided it can be harnessed safely. Yet the biggest danger may lie in human greed and carelessness. If such a peculiar substance were to become widespread, it could pose grave risks to cities and wildlife. The Nevada hole's burning ice stands as a reminder that some discoveries should remain hidden until we truly understand their power. The creature and healing powers. The bizarre story of the sheep lowered into the hole took a jaw-dropping turn when it emerged lifeless somehow, cooked from the inside. Inside this sheep was a pulsing tumor that released a small, fleshy creature with seal-like flippers and eyes that looked eerily human. According to those present, the creature carefully studied the onlookers, left its umbilical cord, and hopped off the table. Even more amazing, it displayed no aggression and seemed filled with wisdom. As it slipped back into the hole, witnesses felt moved and unsettled. Soon after this event, Mel claimed his terminal esophageal cancer had vanished without explanation. He strongly believed the creature had healed him, pointing to its calm and compassionate gaze. Local tribes even considered the hole sacred, suspecting that entity that emerged from it held special power. Many now wonder if there is a hidden force within these pits that can cure illnesses and transcend our understanding of biology. Skeptical minds question the authenticity of this healing event, yet Mel's sudden recovery remains hard to dismiss. His extraordinary tale of a mysterious creature and its healing powers continues to fascinate believers and skeptics worldwide. Whether fact or fiction, the creature's supposed gift raises big questions about what might be lurking below the surface, and what new wonders we have yet to uncover. At the heart of it all, the bizarre creature stands as a symbol of hope, mystery, and the unknown, leaving us to ponder its true purpose. Parallel universe evidence. One of the biggest signs that Mel's hole might be connected to a parallel universe came from an odd Roosevelt dime minted in 1943. Normally, Roosevelt dimes only started in 1946, but Mel found one with the year 1943 and a letter B for its mint mark, something that has never existed in U.S. currency. This dime was so puzzling that a coin dealer tried to buy it for a large sum. However, the United States Treasury quickly seized the coin, raising eyebrows about deeper secrets at play. Some experts, like hyperdimensional physics theorist Richard C. Hoagland, believe the coin could have slipped into our world from a parallel timeline or dimension.
What Hancock has figured out in the book published this year, we're seeing a parallel convergent trail of evidence. We're beginning to figure out, from artifacts scattered around this world,
hinting at strange dimensional doorways hidden underground. On top of the coin mystery, visitors to Mel's hole claim they sometimes hear old radio broadcasts from stations that no longer exist. It is as if the hole tunes into voices from the past or alternate realities. Satellite imagery supposedly removed or blurred from public databases adds to suspicions about hidden portals. Even animals around the hole exhibit unusual behavior, sensing forces we cannot fully explain. Many ask whether this place allows items, radio signals, or perhaps entire events from another realm to cross over into ours. If these tales are true, then the hole might be a gateway to parallel worlds or timelines we have yet to understand, and the government's quick actions may simply suggest they know far more than they publicly admit. Military and scientific presence. Military and scientific teams have played a big role in the ongoing legend of Mel's hole. Witnesses have described seeing men in unmarked trucks blocking roads and setting up barriers around the site, hinting at a secretive operation. Heavy equipment deliveries, including fiber optic gear and strange devices rumored to come from major research labs, have been reported in nearby warehouses. Locals often speak of helicopters flying overhead and large construction cranes working under cover of night. Some say these personnel appear to be part of a well-organized unit prepared to handle dangerous findings. The sudden arrival of scientists with high-tech instruments suggests that they might be studying powerful forces at play in the depths of the hole. Satellite imagery of the area has allegedly been blurred or erased, fueling the theory that sensitive data is kept hidden from the public. Stories have surfaced of officials confiscating mysterious artifacts and warning residents to keep their distance. Meanwhile, rumors of black beams, burning ice, and even bizarre creatures have prompted further speculation about classified investigations. The abrupt evacuation orders after a recent drone exploration also indicate that something seriously unsettling may lie below. Through it all, authorities remain tight-lipped. This combination of extreme secrecy, cutting-edge technology, and high-stakes evacuations has left countless people wondering exactly what the military and scientific community hope to uncover in Mel's Hole, and why they appear so determined to keep any true discoveries locked away from public view. Warnings from the creature. The creature that emerged from the sheep carried a strange message that many believe could determine the fate of our world. According to eyewitnesses, it warned about a powerful yet dangerous substance called burning ice, which, if used wrongly, could cause serious harm. The creature hinted that uncontrolled greed might lead people to exploit this energy source, pushing humanity toward a terrible disaster. It also claimed that other intelligent beings, waiting in hidden realms, watch us, expecting our self-destruction through war or reckless experiments. Some listeners say the creature's calm but urgent tone showed deep concern for our future, suggesting it wanted to help us avoid a tragic outcome. While skeptics dismiss these warnings as nothing more than tall tales, many believers feel the message holds key insights about our destiny. They point to the eerie events around the hole, strange lights, vanishing radio signals, and sudden government presence as evidence that something significant is unfolding below ground. Could the warnings simply be fevered imaginations, or do they point to truths we have yet to discover? Those who heard the creature remain convinced that its message is a call to change our ways, urging us to respect the unknown forces that dwell beneath the earth. For them, the creature's appearance was no random event, but a deliberate act meant to save us. The Vatican is more than just the Pope's home and the heart of the Catholic Church. It is a place filled with mystery, secrets, and stories that will leave you in absolute shock.
Archaeologists were surprised to find that whoever collected the Dead Sea Scrolls considered the Book of Enoch to be of vital importance. Also found were fragments of another work attributed to Enoch, the Book of Giants.
Hidden beneath its holy image are strange artifacts, spooky tales, secret archives, and ancient rituals, making the Vatican known to have some of the world's most disturbing mysteries. What really exists behind its locked doors? Well, to find out, join us as we reveal 15 secrets the Vatican doesn't want you to know. The Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls are a collection of ancient Jewish texts discovered near the Dead Sea in the 20th century. These scrolls, dating back thousands of years, include biblical texts, religious hymns, calendars, and commentaries. They are considered incredibly important for understanding ancient Judaism, Christianity, and the evolution of biblical texts. Scholars have learned much about religious thought and the culture of the time thanks to these manuscripts.
It's important also because this is the first time when such fragments are found in an excavation and brought straight here to our laboratory.
But some believe the Catholic Church has hidden parts of the scrolls that could challenge its teachings and beliefs. This idea has caused debates about how religions often choose which parts of their doctrines to emphasize. Whether or not this claim is true, the Dead Sea Scrolls remain a fascinating insight into the past, while causing a lot of curiosity among historians and Bible lovers alike. The chronovisor. The Vatican is said to have hidden a strange device called the chronovisor, The urban legend surrounding this device claims it's a machine that lets you see through time. According to the story, it was invented by a Benedictine monk named Father Pellegrino Ernetti in the 1960s with the help of 12 scientists, including a Nazi. The machine supposedly used antennas, cathode rays, and special metals to capture light and sound signals from the past. The Vatican even went far to claim that it had used the chronovisor to witness historical events, including the crucifixion of Jesus, which according to them proved the Bible's teachings. But skeptics have pointed out that a supposed photo of Jesus was just a copy of a statue in Italy. So was it a miraculous invention, or just a Vatican tall tale? Many believe it's the latter. The Treaty of 1929. The Lateran Treaty of 1929 is what made the Vatican the independent city-state it is today. This agreement was signed between Italy and the Holy See, giving the Vatican its sovereignty and recognizing the Pope's authority as God's representative on earth. It also exempted the Vatican from taxes and arranged financial compensation for the loss of the Papal States, large territories once ruled by the Pope before Italy's unification in 1870. Interestingly, Benito Mussolini, Italy's prime minister at the time, were very involved in the treaty. This adds a darker layer to its history. Some even entertain wild theories, like claims that the Pope is secretly in league with Lucifer. While these are fun to imagine, they're probably just over-the-top tales that add to the Vatican's age-old mystery. Evidence of extraterrestrial life.
You have to wonder if the secret library at the Vatican, which they acknowledge exists, doesn't have records or chronicles about extraterrestrial contacts that the Catholic Church has recorded and knows happened, but is keeping a secret.
Some people believe the Vatican might be hiding evidence of extraterrestrial life. The idea is that proof of aliens would challenge Christianity's creation story, which doesn't mention life beyond Earth. Still, others argue it wouldn't end religion, but could reshape it. After all, Christianity already accepts extraordinary ideas like angels, resurrection, and miracles. Supporters of this theory claim the Vatican's secrecy could be an effort to avoid controversy or theological confusion. They suggest the Church might someday adapt, saying God also created aliens as part of the divine plan. Though it's all theories without proper proof, it raises fun questions about how faith and science might coexist. Could we someday see religion embrace the idea of life beyond Earth? Whether you believe it or not, it's definitely going to cause an exciting debate amongst humans. The Vatican made money from the Holocaust. The Vatican's role during the Holocaust has been surrounded by lots of controversial talks. During World War II, Pope Pius XII led the Catholic Church. While some say he worked diplomatically and discreetly to help Jewish people and others targeted by the Nazis, others argue his efforts were too cautious. Critics claim he stayed silent about the atrocities that were being committed, placing importance on neutrality over morality. Adding to the big controversy, Nazi spies were reportedly active in the Vatican. Allegedly, one devised a scheme where the Vatican invested in Italian insurance companies that profited from the life insurance of murdered Jewish people. Since the Vatican was an investor, not an insurer, they weren't required to return the money, meaning they might have profited from the Holocaust. This raises disturbing questions about morality, silence, and complicity during one of history's darkest times, the Apocrypha.
So when people talk about the Apocrypha, as Protestants, as a Protestant evangelical, I'm talking about additional books that I don't believe are part of the canon.
The Apocrypha refers to a set of books that were once part of some versions of the Bible, but later removed by both the Catholic and Protestant churches. Conspiracy theories claim the Vatican removed 14 books from the original Bible in the 17th century, but there's no such thing as an original Bible. The Bible has been translated, rewritten, and edited many times over history, with meanings shifting to fit different agendas. Both churches removed texts they didn't agree with, claiming their version of the Bible is the correct one. This editing process raises questions about how much of the Bible shows historical truth versus religious agendas. It reminds us that religious texts have always been influenced by those in power to serve their beliefs and goals. The 1994 Rwandan genocide. The Rwandan genocide of 1994 was one of the most horrifying events in modern history, with around 800,000 people brutally murdered in just 100 days. Most victims were Tutsi, along with moderate Hutu and TWA, targeted by extremist Hutu militias. Shockingly, the Catholic Church was reportedly involved in the violence. Many massacres happened in churches where people sought refuge, only to be betrayed. Some priests and church members actively participated in the killings and committed horrific crimes. After the genocide, the Vatican faced accusations of protecting those responsible and even downplaying the atrocities. In 2017, Pope Francis asked for forgiveness, but many felt it wasn't enough. This dark chapter raises hard questions about the role of faith, power, and morality during one of humanity's greatest tragedies. Vatican secret rooms. The Vatican is full of secrets, and not all of its rooms are open to visitors. While you can pay to tour some areas, many parts of this grand palace remain hidden from public view. For example, the Apostolic Palace, where the Pope handles daily duties, is heavily guarded, but during special events like the appointment of new cardinals, a few hidden spaces briefly become accessible. Rumor has it that some of these secret rooms hold interesting surprises. One bathroom, for instance, is said to be decorated with erotic art painted by Raphael in 1516. There's also a secret tunnel built in 1277, connecting the papal apartments to Castel Sant'Angelo. This was designed as an escape route for popes under attack. The Vatican's hidden corners are surrounded in mystery, which has made people very curious. The Apostolic Penitentiary. The Apostolic Penitentiary is one of the Vatican's most secretive and powerful departments. It's often called the Tribunal of Mercy, where the Pope and his team handle forgiveness for sins committed by members of the Catholic Church. Basically, this means the Pope can decide who gets forgiven, even for some of the most serious offenses. What makes this controversial is that these decisions happen behind closed doors, away from public scrutiny. Punishments might include excommunication or absolution, supposedly on behalf of God. Critics argue this system lets the Church avoid accountability, especially given its history of moral failings. While forgiveness is a core Christian belief, the secrecy and authority of the penitentiary raise questions. Is it about mercy, or just another way for the Vatican to protect itself? The debate continues. The secrets of Fatima. The miracle of Fatima is one of the most famous events in Catholic history, said to have occurred in 1917. A group of shepherd children in Fatima, Portugal, reportedly prophesied that the Virgin Mary would appear and perform miracles. When October 13, 1917 arrived, many people claimed to have witnessed the sun dancing or zigzagging across the sky in a colorful display. This strange occurrence lasted for about 10 minutes. The local bishop and a priest investigated these events and were convinced by the eyewitnesses. As a result, the Catholic Church officially recognized the event in 1930, and the cult of Our Lady of Fatima was formed. While some skeptics suggest the sun's odd behavior could have been caused by sunspots or optical illusions, the Vatican firmly embraced the event as a divine miracle. The debate over its true cause still exists. The Vatican Archives. The Vatican Archives are like the Church's giant filing cabinet.
For the first time in history, tourists can now stroll through the halls of the Vatican Library and sit quietly to read an ancient manuscript thanks to a new exhibition
containing all the official documents and acts made by the Pope and the Vatican throughout history. With about 53 miles of shelves, it's a large collection, covering everything from laws to correspondence. These archives are kept secret, mainly because the Pope owns them during his reign, and they're only passed to his successor when he dies. While the archives sound mysterious, most of the content is probably just boring paperwork about the Vatican's wealth and state accounts. The real secrecy comes from how few people have access to it. Scholars can request to see certain historical documents, but most of the archives are off limits, potentially keeping some things hidden from the public eye, including the taxman. There is still the mystery behind the access to the archives, but it's mostly paperwork behind the curtains. A 2,000-year-old Bible. There's a rumor floating around that a 2,000-year-old gospel has been secretly hidden by the Church. According to some people online, this gospel is called the Gospel of Barnabas. and it's said to have been written long before the Bible we know today, but experts say it was actually written in the Middle Ages, not 2,000 years ago. What makes the Gospel of Barnabas controversial is its claim that Jesus wasn't crucified. Instead, Judas Iscariot was the one who died on the cross. Do let us know your opinions in the comments section below. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more insightful contents. Click the next video on your screen. It is another content you will enjoy.